大家好，我是 EV Look 澳洲新动能的 Rebecca。今天呢，我们来到了悉尼这个最繁华的商业街，我们一起来随机采访一下，看看大家对于新能源车的一些想法和看法吧。So, in your opinion, what should the government do to encourage or improve the current market?
I'm pretty sure I've heard there's taxes at the moment on electric vehicles. I think if the government wants people to buy them, I think there should be an incentive to buy them. So I guess, making it cheaper, making people want to buy it, more charging stations. But at the moment, the government hasn't done that. So I feel like people don't want to buy it. There needs to be an incentive to buy.
What about people in your community, like your friends? What do they think of electric vehicles?
I think I can see them buying one in the future as well. Look at the moment, I just see it. To be honest, is price. Once the price comes down to a normal standard car's price, I can see anyone buying one. It's just for the emissions to the world. I feel like everyone's going to buy one, so I think they'll buy one as well.
I've also got a few images of the current brands, including MG that you mentioned. Let's give it a go. Choose your favorite and give it a guess.
I reckon either a Tesla or a Volvo. I reckon Volvo, a very reliable car.
Yep.
I haven't really heard of the Volvo XC40. The LDV I've heard of. They make utes as well. So are they also a Chinese brand as well?
Yeah, LDV, yes.
Yeah, LDV, yeah. So but probably that one, the XC40 is my favorite. Yeah, very reliable car. So I think that one would be XC40. I'd say about 95 to 110,000.
Oh, definitely better than that. I think it's a 60 or 70.
60. Really? Wow. Okay, that's pretty cheap.
I'm Julius.
Hello, nice to meet you. The future development of the electric vehicles in the Australian market?
The Australian market? Well, I think it's slow because we're such a coal-dependent country. But I hope to see it revolutionise the streets a bit more. I'm starting to see a bit more hybrids, plug-in hybrid cars, but I'd ideally like to see more electric vehicles for sure. But I think the market's still hesitant about, chargers not fully, being supplied like nationwide as much as say, the Americans.
That's a good point. Yes, So have you ever considered buying an electric car?
Of course I have. It just makes more sense, like fuel-wise, price of fuel is dictated by a lot of globalization movements.
Can you name of any Chinese car brand?
I think Havel has electric, has EVs. I know there's Neo.
What do you think the government could do, to improve the local?
Yeah, it's going to be either like a cashback, something like that. No, some states have they subsidize part of purchasing an EV, but it's going to be more of that, I guess, to entice more. Maybe more public charging points is probably one of them. Because if you're trying to go from Melbourne to Sydney or Sydney to Canberra, you'd ideally just want to make sure you have some charging points.
Definitely more charging solutions. Definitely.
Yeah.
I've also got a few pictures of the current cars in the market. So maybe we can have a look at them. Choose your favorite and give it a best guess and the price.
Well, I just know Polestar has so many nice features. I was just looking at them recently. I think, was it 98 or 93 for the Polestar?
Definitely better than that.
Was it 60? Was it really that? Oh my goodness.
Yeah. 您现在是在工作还是在？
没有在读书。
关于中国车的品牌，其实现在有些中国的车品牌也进入澳洲市场了。对，你知道一些吗？
我看到有哈佛吧。
有哈佛
BYD 有看到有。
我这里呢还准备了几个车的图片，你可以看一看有没有比较喜欢的，我们可以猜一猜价格。你会比较倾向于 Tesla 还是倾向于 Tesla 一点吗？ Just a few questions. So first we want to discuss about the future development of electric cars in the Australian market.
I'm actually finding that the electric vehicle market is growing exponentially in Australia at the moment. And there is growing demand. So Tesla originally started, now we're continuing on to different brands.
Have you ever considered buying an electric car, or do you own one at the moment?
I have considered it. I've made the decision. I've just recently bought a vehicle which is petrol. However, I made the decision the next vehicle will be an electric vehicle.
What would be the factors that would impact your decision?
Certainly, right now the infrastructure is getting there as far as electric vehicle charging, but we're not there just yet.
So about Chinese car brands, you name any brands?
Yeah, LDV. So again, that's growing popularity here in Australia at the moment.
Yep.
And the Chinese car market is getting more and more media representation, and people are starting to see they're very good value for money.
Did the cost of the car influence your choice, your decision?
It will. It will. We're finding that more and more vehicles or electronic vehicles coming in from China are a lot more competitive than Tesla, of course.
Yeah, I've also got a few images about the cars currently in the local market. We can just quickly go through them, pick about your favorite, and let's give it a guess of the price.
And actually, the first couple of vehicles by far.
Yeah, the first
So
couple.
when you're looking at the BYD,
Yeah.
definitely. The LDV, especially for the trade market. And then when you continue on to the that's actually really nice. What's that one?
Cherry.
Cherry. I like that. That's really nice. And then more importantly, the Kia. Evo EV6. If I consider buying an electric vehicle, that's the one I'll be going for over a Tesla. At the moment, I'm thinking that is probably coming in. I could be wrong in this instance, but I think it'd be more than the Tesla. I think that would be at least 80,000.
Very close. I think it's currently 70.
Wow, that's good. Even
Yeah.
more attractive
Got a car,
now.
Like, do you currently own a car?
No, but I have a family car.
Yeah, family car.
What do you think about the future development of the electric vehicles market in Australia?
I think it can definitely be improved a little bit. I think we're a bit behind the eight ball. I think electric cars, besides Tesla, you don't really hear about them too much.
Have you ever considered buying an electric car?
Not currently, no. It's just because of the lack of availability. You know how you have to have a charger. I don't have really street access where I live, so that limits it a ton.
What about people in your community? What about their opinions about electric vehicles?
Very mixed opinions. A lot of my close friends are like, Tesla's great, electric cars are the future. A lot of them like, no, you can't beat the power of a petrol car. So very split between the middle.
So to have a few pictures here. Which one's your favorite? And we can give a guess about the price.
I think like the second to the last one, the white one.
That's a Polestar.
I would say between 35 to maybe 50.
I think that's a 60.
60.
好啦，我们今天的采访就结束了。可以看得出来呢，这个新能源汽车在澳洲的市场上还是有一定的关注度的。
但是呢，相对应的问题呢也还是有的。首先呢，澳大利亚新能源车市场的这个发展动力不足。目前呢，澳大利亚政府对于电动车的支持似乎还不够积极。这个呢，可能表现在政策推广呀、财政补贴以及公众宣传教育等方面。比如说呢，从2024年1月1日起，新州将取消电动车返现活动。这个呢，有可能会进一步的压缩新能源车的销售和市场。与其他国家相比呢，澳大利亚在推动新能源车市场发展方面的措施呢，显得较为保守，缺乏充分的政府补贴和支持。电动车的价格呢，通常要高于传统的燃油车。这种价格差异的成因呢，还包括了制造成本、进口税、销售策略等等。这种价格差距呢，可能会对消费者选择购买电动车呢，会产生一个非常重要的影响。第三点呢，就是基础充电设施的不足。澳大利亚呢，在建设电动车充电网络方面，可能还是存在不足的。充电设施的覆盖范围啊、便捷性啊、充电速度等等这些因素呢，都会直接的影响到消费者对于电动车的这个接受程度。但是不过最后啊，我们说中国这个新能源汽车在澳大利亚市场确实是有发展的机遇的。中国的新能源汽车呢，因为其较低的价格和不断提升的技术水平，可能呢在澳大利亚市场上是会占有一席之地的。包括呢现在上市的 MG4 和 BYD 海豚，都是目前澳洲市场上最便宜的电动车型号，给澳洲市场带来了更多性价比高的、有竞争力的新能源车型。相信未来呢，中国新能源车在澳洲的发展将会越来越有竞争力，中国的品牌呢将在澳洲有一席之地。
你们大家对于这个新能源汽车，包括中国车品牌在澳洲的发展，有一些什么样的想法和看法呢？欢迎留言讨论吧。我是 Rebecca，咱们下期再见。